Hello everyone and welcome back to Just Ask Alumni. A bit of a different, well not a bit, a very different setup today. As you guys may have seen in our stories and posts, we're so excited to get onto this new episode and this new setup. Today we're going to be talking about networking. It's a huge pillar of JA and the JA Alumni Network. It's how people can produce great effects by just combining skills together. So, today we have Nathan and Wala from Matter. How are you guys?
Doing great.
Amazing.
Awesome, okay. Now, what does networking mean to you?
Personally, to me, networking, obviously learning a lot from JA as well to begin with. I'll say networking for me means building connections and relationships with people who I could help and who can obviously help me as obviously growing entrepreneurs, people who can help me with genuine business traits and people who can really help me grow in the future. Basically that.
Yeah, I agree. It's building these genuine connections with people, and those people can offer you something, and you can offer them something in return as well.
Exactly,
Yeah.
the sort of idea that 1 + 1 = 11 once you have people, from your network. Awesome. So let's dive a bit into your guys' lives. Tell us a bit about yourselves, how you got into JA, how you got into Matter, and where you are today.
Okay, so
Start.
JA, I got into it. All my siblings have done JA, and I've heard such good stuff about it, right? So I was like, let me do it. And when we formed our team, we didn't know each other very well, but we built these strong connections, and we worked with each other to create such an impactful company, Matter. And yeah,
So
happy
me,
where we are today.
yeah, so me personally, I'm half Maltese. So my family already knew about JA. My mother participated in JA back in the day, and she really brought me into it. I was always into business. So when I moved to Malta, less than a year ago, I joined Verdal International School, and straight away I wanted to do JA because of what I had heard about it before.
Okay.
And I met Wala and the rest of our team, the Matter team, and from there we just built up ideas, and we came to where we are today.
That's so awesome. Okay, and why do you think that people need to listen to this episode about networking? Why do you think that networking is such an important topic, an important skill that people need to know?
So,
There you go.
okay, so personally, I would say that this is a very important episode because networking played a big part in our journey. For JA, obviously we had to meet people such as even our mentor, and kind of have the confidence to speak out and not be scared and really ask for help and go out of our comfort zone to find these connections with people. Even when we had to collaborate with a local gym with our product and all that type of stuff, we really needed to network and express ourselves and build these connections because that helped us with sales, with marketing, with just getting our company out there and gaining overall recognition, which is probably top 5 most important things in our JA journey.
Awesome, okay.
I would say that if you don't network well, then your life is going to be so much harder. You need to be able to speak to people, and you need to be able to use help from other people. Because if we were to do everything by ourselves again, just by ourselves without asking for help, we probably would not be where we are. We probably would not have won and went to Latvia. So.
100%.
Yeah, completely agree. And it's sort of let's say the skills or the stuff that you didn't know, you needed other people to help you, or else you'd have to spend all the time learning. So before we get into the importance and sort of networking and talking about it in detail, tell us a bit about Matter. So tell us a bit about the company that you guys made and what it was all about.
Well, we're Matter because
with
with Matter,
you
you
matter
so
matter. We created a guided breath and well-being mat, and originally we were hesitant on which materials to use and what to do with our mat to make it special. But through the help of our mentor, because we actually were not afraid, we asked for help. We got where we got. We got a cork mat with guided breathing designs.
So Matter was all about spreading kind of positive message while influencing more of health and social anxiety, improving social anxiety, all that type of stuff. Because we saw, obviously, leading statistics with market research, we saw that was an issue in Malta. We really want to tackle that, and obviously doing something fun Initially, actually, I didn't really know if I liked the idea
Okay.
doing the math. Then once we started and like dots started, like everything started to align, I was like, okay, this could actually work. And it really did. We made 100% eco-friendly mats, and we sold 150 mats.
They were very cool.
They were cool. We managed to like find different designs, Maltese-based designs, and I think that was a great product. It was something that I don't think has ever been done before. I haven't seen like a big mat
Yeah.
be done as a product, and it was a blast.
That is genuinely like so cool, and I remember using the mat in Valletta when you
Yeah.
guys had the product,
Oh,
which was
yeah.
very, very cool. So how did you guys begin building those connections that you needed to build at the beginning of the program? Were there like steps you followed, or things you sort of said we needed and hence we're gonna find them? What was your approach to it?
So initially, it wasn't, obviously building connections is a big thing. Personally, for me, the first connection we needed to build was between ourselves. Obviously, I had just joined the school. I didn't know any of them, of her, Michelle, Abdul, Bonnie, and Noah, which are our other team members. I didn't know any of them, so the first connection I had to build was within our team. And honestly, as soon as we found that connection, we clicked and everything started to align. Then obviously we had the mentor meeting, where we had the mentor matching thing, where we had to obviously find the mentor, find someone who would be capable of helping us. And I remember we had matching outfits. We were not scared at all. We were going to use this, because Jay was giving this experience. They were giving us this opportunity, and we were not going to waste it. We really wanted to find someone who was obviously had the experience, the business experience, and it could really elevate us to the next level and teach us the things we needed to be taught. And that's where we met Amber, who was our mentor. She was amazing.
Yeah.
She really helped us with everything, and it wasn't really about her. It was the fact that she really helped us. She didn't do things for us. She told us, okay, this could be a possibility for our next step, and do it. And she should guide us around so we could really have the learning experience, which we are very grateful for. And then obviously, as the program went on, we had to build connections. People on the outside, we had the Superchargers event where we had to pitch. We met people who were more business related, and but then we had to collaborate with Fort Fitness. We even talking to the CEO there. We had to build that connection and really put ourselves out there, get out of our comfort zone. And something that people really assume, even I assumed before, was that people are like scary. I don't want to like go up to this person and ask them for like help or like talk. Oh, hi, my name is Nathan. I'm with Matter. I thought it was kind of like silly, you know. But obviously now I understood that these people are actually the nicest people. Those who have the experience, those who are smarter, and people who have the business experience. They really want to help other people start. And obviously with the startup company program we did, that's really what I learned. So people at home as well, don't be shy. To like get out of your comfort zone and actually talk to these people, because they're much nicer than they seem.
Awesome. And what made those early connections? So you mentioned your team, so you guys as a team, your mentor, and those starting sponsorships. What made those connections successful, you think? Were there those ingredients, do you think?
We were a very enthusiastic team.
Yeah.
You'd see at all the marketplaces we would stand out with. We'd be energy, we would have movements. We'd obviously get the person. This was a big sales technique as well. We'd get the person really involved with us, and
I would say we made like genuine connections.
Yeah.
That's like a big aspect, because if you don't have these genuine connections, then you're not gonna like, I don't know how to explain it. For us, we as a team were so like locked in together that we weren't afraid to speak out and to talk to people and have normal conversations.
You had each other's backs as well. So you guys you needed to be very close and you had each other's backs when you needed it.
1000%.
Yeah. Okay. And was there one person in the team that sort of went out and made these connections, or was it a team effort? Like, do you have someone who was best at it, or something like that?
I think it was a team effort.
I think it was definitely a team effort.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had separate roles. For example, I was CEO, she was marketing manager. We had the sales, we had the financials. But obviously, as a team, when someone is struggling, we'd always jump on it as a team together. We would never leave someone, oh, she's doing finance, she's struggling, that's her problem. And that was one of the key things of our team. We never let that happen. It was like, okay, we all started at the same level. It's not like this person is better or this person is worse. We're always trying to help each other and have each other's backs. So obviously when it came out to reaching out, we all did our best with the connections we had. For example, I work out at Fort Fitness, getting that B2B collaboration with the manager, I had to get out of my comfort zone and talk to them. We had opportunities where we had to go on Vibe, which someone else in the team had that connection, would go out. So everyone would kind of do their best to, we really wanted to succeed. We really wanted to do well, so we all stood up and got out of our comfort zone, did things that, obviously me, I'm sometimes shy. I really had to let go of that and be more confident. It's something that JA really gave me the experience to do, and I really improved as a person as well.
And I think I know, like, a lot of the times a network is slowly built from just the people you know. And we mentioned sort of building genuine connection, which I think is super important. When I first started networking in the alumni network, for example, I sort of started off with the idea like, okay, I want to try and get this thing, so I'm going to meet people to get this, and that never works. Like, you need to just meet people to meet people, and if you're lucky enough that that person can give you something, you can give them something back, it usually works 10 times better.
Exactly. I'll take it like, it's never a transaction. You're not really going to get like a specific thing from that person. You really want to understand, you want to learn about the person. It's not about, okay, what I'm going to this person, what can he give me? That's not the first thing that we should
people
be
see through it.
Exactly. You want to really go deep. You want to communicate with the person. You want to really engage, show interest, show not just what can this person really give me? It's what I can learn from this person, and what I can even help this person, and what he can help me back. So it's really going deep into that connection and that conversation that can really elevate your networking. You know.
Yeah. Okay. I want to go a bit more into the Ford Fitness sponsorship in a little bit. Let's go on a bit of a break, and then we'll come back and talk about that. So let's go. We want to thank Agency Izaak and the European Union's Programs Agency for their support in not only this podcast, but all of the projects we do at JA Alumni Malta. The Invest scheme and the Solidarity Corps scheme are the projects and funding that allow us to do everything that we do, and they're fully invested in what we're doing and the vision that we have for JA Alumni. So thank you, and let's get back to the episode. And we're back. Okay, this time we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to go and play some rapid fire questions. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Always.
Okay, so I'm going to hold this. Well, actually, let's leave this on the table here. You guys are going to have 1 minute to answer as many questions as possible, and any extra questions we'll just ask afterwards. So let's rapid fire for 1 whole minute. So when you guys want, you can click it, ring the bell, and we'll start the rapid fire questions.
Okay. Yeah.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Dream country to visit?
France.
Bali. Is that country? Is it?
I think so. What's your biggest fear?
Knowing that I could have done more in my life when I die.
Ooh, dogs.
Book or Netflix?
Netflix.
One word your friends would use to describe you?
Enthusiastic.
Energetic.
Awesome. Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Night.
Favorite school subject?
Business management.
Chemistry.
Go to hype song? Something that hypes you up.
Friday night.
Ooh.
Rather be.
Awesome. And your most used app?
TikTok.
Instagram.
Who inspires you the most?
My mother.
My mother as well.
Oh. If you had a superpower, what would it be?
Oh, knowing everything.
Okay.
Flying.
Best part of being in JA?
Friendship.
Friendships, experience, everything.
Yeah,
Love
matter.
JA.
Awesome. Least favorite task in CP?
Least favorite task? The workshops, the boring ones.
I agree.
The long workshops.
Okay,
The
two more.
online ones especially.
Future career goal in 1 word.
Rich.
Dentist.
What language you wish you could speak?
French.
Fluent French.
Awesome. Well done, guys.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't know if we went over a minute, but this was pretty fun. Right. I loved how you had different answers for like, what's your biggest fear?
Yeah, I was trying to do a bit like think, and she just like.
Wait, what did you say?
It's over here.
Oh.
And like even superpower. What do you mean know everything?
Just to know everything. Everything, all the knowledge, I want to know it.
Would you want to like know what people are thinking?
No, that's not my problem.
I was like, you don't want to know what everyone's thinking. Okay. All right, let's move back to the topic of the episode, which is networking. Since we actually went through rapid fire questions, let's talk about which aspect of your personality you think defines you the most when you network? So like when you meet new people, what do you think is the thing that they say, like one word that describes you when you meet someone for the first time?
Honestly, I think for me, I can speak to people, I'm so confident, and I speak from my heart. Like I genuinely speak to people to get to know people, and yeah.
I said that they would always, even in Valletta, in Latvia, we would always stand out. We would always be enthusiastic. I would say that would be one word that they would describe us with. Enthusiastic, energetic, and just positive. We always like be happy, always smiling, even if we know that, oh my God, something's not going well, like in the back, like behind the scenes. We're not gonna let people know that. We're always gonna show that positivity, show that we're happy, and show that we're enthusiastic, you know?
And I think you guys are putting it perfectly, because when I met you guys over the course of the program, those are exactly the words that I would describe you guys. Like happy, enthusiastic, like not happy-go-lucky, what's the word for it, but like always positive even if something goes badly. So we were talking in the break about like when you guys were pitching to the judges and you had a lot of mishaps, like the plant was falling, right?
Yeah.
It's not really that bad.
How was that?
So, because we always really want to do our best, in Valletta, if you want to compare the marketplaces, we arrived an hour early to set up our stand, make sure everything was perfect. In Latvia, because we wanted the marketplace and got to represent Latvia, in Latvia we got there on time as everyone else, we had less time, and obviously with Latvia, so we really wanted to go all out, and we didn't have the time, because we're perfectionists, we really wanted to like do it really well. So as we're setting up, we had like a plant pot, we were trying to like put a mat on a board, and judges were coming our way, and then next thing you know, the pot's falling over, the plant, it's not sticking, we're trying to kick it under the mat. So we had a lot of troubles. Obviously we had to put on that poker face and really show that nothing is happening, we're really good, and we actually even won best sales team. Knowing that that happened, just
that's amazing. That's amazing. And so you mentioned enthusiastic, positive. Were those skills that helped you, that JA helped you learn? Sort of, did you see an improvement from the beginning of the program to the end?
Of course. Yeah.
In what ways? Like what ways do you think it helped you?
Honestly, for us, we had a lot of hardships in the beginning. We could not find a manufacturer for our life. We looked everywhere and we tried every material. And through those hardships, because we were such like a strong team, we kept like motivating each other and keeping this positivity. Because at first we were less positive, but then as we got through the program, we started to develop like more skills on how to like deal with problems and how to overcome them well.
The workshops really helped us learn those skills as well.
Yeah.
Okay, the boring ones that you mentioned earlier.
The boring ones, the ones that were really, really important and useful. Sometimes they go too long and you kind of lose focus, but they were 100% essential. Like Jay, the experience we would not have been possible without the workshops.
Alright, that makes sense. And so you guys have pitched and networked both on a national scale and international. So we know that you pitched and networked at Valletta twice. There was the product launch and the marketplace, and then you also did the experience in Latvia. Was there a difference in networking back here home in Malta versus in a place like Latvia?
100%. I would say that we were more confident. I think we were always confident though. I feel like when we started off pitching, we had our very first pitch, which Amber, our mentor, she took us to, which was at the Supercharger event, and we were kind of like rocky a little bit. We didn't know what to expect. The fact that we had the opportunity to practice pitching, like Walla was actually our main pitcher. She was amazing. She would always bring out that positivity. She would always be hype, and she would really bring out like the vision of our company, which was to be the mental health and be positive and all that positive mindset stuff. So I feel like as we pitched on and on and on, it really helped us. And then we came to Valletta, we had to pitch for the people from the government, the Prime Minister, the Minister of Environment, and we kind of like, we knew that they were coming, like our way when we had to pitch. And my mindset was, okay, just pitch as if it was someone normal. Don't try and do too much, because then you end up stumbling or doing something else. And I feel like with that much practice, when we went to Latvia, it was just, we knew what we had to do. We knew what the goal was, and we knew how to do it without fumbling and making bad mistakes, because we repeatedly practiced and we made those mistakes in the very beginning, you know? So that was definitely something that we learned. And I feel like Do you think it was a big difference, like pitching in Latvia, pitching in Malta?
I feel like pitching in Latvia, when we were pitching, I don't think some of them understood us. I think there was a big culture difference between like Malta, people would get our energy, but in Latvia they would kind of be like.
That's very true. That's very true. Like especially in networking with people who aren't from the same country, sort of the more north you go, the more quiet people become, the more reserved, and so when you go with this sort of Mediterranean energy, they sort of get put off. They're like crazy people, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the understanding someone's culture is such an important part of networking as well, and adapting to what you think they need to be able to interact properly.
And we even made a mat with a specific Latvian design because we were with a traditional "With You Matter," which was our slogan in Latvian on the mat, which was
Wow, very cool.
and to obviously show that message. And I feel like we did stay true to ourselves. Like even though it was different people we were presenting to, we may not have understood, we remained ourselves. And I think that was the main reason why we won the award for being the best sales team, because just the way we were ourselves, we were coming out of our comfort zone, we were confident, and honestly, Latvia was amazing, honestly.
Do you have any tips for approaching people? So you said repetition helps a lot, so people might struggle at the beginning, and so you need to practice. But are there any tips for, you think, approaching people and getting a root connection built?
I think to just go for it, just like go practice, like say hi to them. It's like I don't think you should make it as big of a deal as you think. I think you should be having like a normal conversation that you have with your siblings or your mother.
As I said before, it's not a transaction. You're not looking at this person and saying, "Oh, he's a business owner, he's scary because he's that high level." No, those are the ones who actually really want to help most. And I didn't think that. You might not think that until you actually do it. Because I went up to them, I talked to them, and I learned. I was like, "Ooh, why is this like so much easier than I thought it was going to be?" And it's just the way you go at it, and it's not thinking of, okay, what can I just get from this person? Oh, hey, can you give me some money can buy this from us? No, you want to learn, you want to talk about the business, you want to talk about his business, you want to show that you know what you're talking about, and just have a normal question, like let it flow, build that genuism, I don't know if that's a word, but build it with that person. Obviously you want to be yourself at all times, and it's honestly way easier than it looks, and it seems, because I talk from experience, I didn't know how it was going to be, I was scared. I did it, and it was okay, perfect. So just be yourself, that would be the best advice I give.
And also to be curious about everything. I think that's very big, because if you're curious about who they are as a person, what they do,
you're showing interest.
Yeah.
That's true. People like it, sort of, it's built in us that when someone shows interest to, like, you form a more positive connection with that person. Sort of something that I learned from someone was that if you want to create a connection with someone, ask them a lot of questions, make them sort of, you're artificially making them feel important. And if you just are curious, you're automatically going to ask them a lot of questions. So then you're going to like you more, I think if you talk about yourself too much, then it becomes very difficult to build that connection.
Okay. Talk less, listen more.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So before we move to the successes that you had in the program with network, how did you handle the rejections, the no's from your email or stuff like that?
In the beginning, we did not.
No?
We thought of ourselves like we did not take in feedback or anything. We felt like what's the word?
We really thought we were better.
Okay.
Actually, we were very confident.
We thought we knew many things.
And we took stuff personally, that's what it is.
Yeah, we really took stuff personally. When Amber, our mentor, initially, she would give us feedback, we're like, oh my God.
No, guys, don't listen to her.
Why is she hating on us, you know what I'm saying? But then actually we were like, oh, we did it, and it was like, actually she had a point. And then that's why we never had that instant reaction to what Amber would tell us. She'd be like, okay, Amber's telling us this. Why? Because she knows. She has been through this before. Also, we're not letting her, it's our company at the end of the day, we're not letting her take full command, but she knows she's doing stuff to help us, It's not with a negative impact. So also in the beginning, when we receive feedback and stuff, we're like, why? Maybe this person, maybe we're just not for you.
And we didn't take the feedback sometimes.
No, sometimes we just, okay, cool, and we jump over it. Because it kind of we didn't want to hurt our ego. But then obviously we grew with the JA. We understood that, okay, we don't know as much as we think we do. People can actually give us really, really insightful intel and really help us learn. So also we had a lot of no's in the beginning, for example, looking for manufacturers. And that would make
Those from the manufacturers themselves.
Yes, they're like, no, we can't do this. And
we had something in our mind that we really wanted to do, and they were like, no, we can't do that, it's possible. And we're like, we'd freak out a little bit, we'd sometimes take it out on each other, but all of a sudden it seemed that's what really helped us grow to the next person. Then we managed to find a manufacturer. It was the best day of our lives. We were all celebrating.
Imagine.
2 weeks later, the manufacturer has no more stock. So we're like, oh,
Oh shoot.
so,
Okay.
yeah, so now it's all over. And then we're going through the same process. We're looking, we're searching. We find a very similar idea, a very similar manufacturer who give us exactly what
But
we
it
got.
was more expensive, so
It
we
was
had
more
to
expensive,
use
exactly.
our skills to cut it down a bit.
Yeah, we managed to negotiate obviously with what we were doing. And yeah, I feel like no's are just closer steps to success.
Yeah.
You won't success without a no. And multiple no's is what I'm trying to say. Like, people are gonna give you feedback, and you're never really like, it's only gonna help you. It's not like a no, like, okay, no, we're done, I'm gonna split. You know? So which I know some companies actually did do that. They just they were like, it got tough, so they were like, no, I'm out. We didn't. We stuck to ourselves, and I think that's what we took the no's and turned it into.
And I think there's a very important aspect of networking, that having a network gives you the power to get a lot of no's. You have people who are constantly giving you feedback, telling you that's a terrible idea, which I've learned recently that like a bad idea, people telling you that's a bad idea is a good thing to hear, because you really want to know why won't this idea work, what's the fault in what we're thinking, the business model, the idea, the team, what's wrong with it. And when people tell you no, it's a lot better than people you want people to tell you yes eventually, but like when you're getting opinions from multiple people and they're all saying no about a certain thing, okay, there's something wrong with this, which is why I think a network is so important. Okay, let's move on. After a break, let's move on to the proper successes you had in networking and Fort Fitness especially. I'm super interested in that.
100%.
We want to thank Agency Izaak and the European Union's Programs Agency for their support in not only this podcast, but all of the projects we do at JA Alumni Malta. The Invest scheme and the Solidarity Corp scheme are the projects and funding that allow us to do everything that we do, and they're fully invested in what we're doing and the vision that we have for JA Alumni. So thank you, and let's get back to the episode. Alright guys, let's talk a bit about the successes of your networking attempts in the program. Let's talk about Fort Fitness. So you guys partnered with Fort Fitness roughly halfway through the program, right?
Yes.
Something like that. How did that come to be, and why did you guys do that?
So I was at the gym. I do boxing there,
Okay.
and I'm passing by and I see the mats there. I'm like, these are like ripped. They're not really cool, not really good. I'm like, I just thought about it, like, what if? So I go up to my coach. He knows what we're doing already because I keep in touch. We're friends. I go, these mats, like, what do you think of them? He goes, oh yeah, they're terrible. If you would like, you can actually talk to the manager. He's my good friend. And then as soon as he said that, I instantly was like, oh, that's to talk to the manager. But then, obviously, that's how I got to know the idea. So I go up to him, and I'm like, hey, I introduced the idea of JA. Obviously, I'm going in with the mindset of like, okay, how can I get to know this person and build like a good connection? Obviously, he's friends with my coach already, so we already had that kind of like that good start.
Mm-hmm.
So I go up to him and I'm saying, hey, we're doing this thing with JA. We're donating money to a charity, and we really would like to know if this would be something you're interested in. Immediately, I get shocked because he's like, yes, 1000%. I would love that idea.
Okay.
I love everything about the idea. Here's my number. Keep in touch. In contact. And I'm trying to keep the poker face like a business professional, right? So I shake his hand after, and I walk off, and I'm like, then I'm starting to like lose my poker face. I'm like, oh my god, that was like easy. Like I didn't expect him to be so open and so nice about it, and he was really nice about it. And to this day, when I see him, he shakes my hand. He's a great person. He really did help us. So after that, we kept in contact. We also wanted to do something special with Fort Fitness, so we wanted to do a specific design.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, then that's how it kind of like came to, we got the manufacturer, we had them design and print the exact thing we wanted, and we ordered it. We ordered it before Marketplace, I think it was, before March. We had started talking to them, I think in January.
Okay.
We took some time to do the design, because again, they told us no. We had a specific design we wanted to do, and they were like, can we do this instead? Can we do this instead? Can we do this instead? Honestly, I don't even think we did exactly what they wanted. We worked around it to make sure that we were also benefiting, because we obviously had to stay true to ourselves. And this was because of Amber as well, because if it was for us, I would be like, okay, he wants this, I'm going to do it. But Amber reminded me like, no, we're a company, and we have our own mission and vision, which is the things that we stand for. So we're not going to change everything just to have this thing. And boom, we stuck to ourselves. Everything aligned. We sold to him, and we sold him 30 mats, and they're at the gym now. You can use them. They're there. People see them.
You guys are at for fitness.
Yes. Go get them at a mat.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So that is such an interesting partnership because it came out of the blue, kind of, you know, and it's
100%.
like friends of friends.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge important part of it is like making an impression on people, sort of, especially. We said about making a genuine connection. That genuine connection with your coach made him so ready to just tell the manager about you. You know what I mean? So what was the aftermath of that sort of partnership with Fort Fitness? Did it help you with publicity? Did it help your networking? It's generally so cool because you guys like did something so unexpected from just a simple conversation. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Awesome.
and it was a really, really big part of our journey, because even we managed to show that in Latvia, we managed to show it to the judges, and now you could see every time we would say that, like when we were presenting, we'd see like a nod of approval by the judges, and it really something that did stand out, having to have that collaboration, and it helped us a lot with marketing as well.
Yeah.
People knowing that these guys are working with the actual gym, gave us a lot of opportunity.
It was the biggest gym in Malta, so it's
That's
like,
true. Awesome, and it's like you guys gained a completely new business model from that partnership because before you were doing B2C, like business to customers, and you suddenly were doing B2B.
Yeah.
You know, and you were doing custom mats for B2B, which is such a sort of up and coming business model, and it seemed like it worked really well for you guys, right?
Yeah, and I remember that we had talked about it, having that initial conversation, but we were never like, I was asking, okay, when do I talk to the manager? When do I talk to the manager? And they were always like, okay, wait a little bit because we're still working on this one. When I actually did speak to him, it was like we hadn't the plan that I saw him and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna do this right now because I was nervous. I was like, okay, boom, I'm gonna do this, and I did it straight away, and it, like I said before, it shocked me. So then I went back to the team. I was like, okay, guys, it's done. It's done. Like we have it. We should do it now. And I was like, oh, okay, that was easy because we were thinking of it like it's gonna be like I'm gonna go to war. So we prepared for the worst. We were like, oh my god, we're gonna embarrass ourselves. He's gonna tell us to go away, like we don't know you.
Yeah.
But he was open-minded and honestly shocking, but it was amazing.
And you didn't need the perfect idea. You didn't need the perfect scenario for it to happen. You just needed you need the situation for it to happen. What happened to you? We have a ghost in here.
oh no.
Let us double check the lights. Okay. We're back. So yeah, it came so not randomly, like you were planning it kind of, but waiting for the perfect scenario, you might have lost it. You might have, I don't know, if Fort Fitness was not doing well financially at the point where you had perfected it, he would have said no, you know. You kind of have to judge a little bit when you want to approach people as well. Do you have any tips on how to be authentic when networking? Like, how do you, because you're trying to make a business deal, like in these cases, but at the same time you want to be authentic. How do you do that balance?
Honestly, I think that you should go in making relationships, not expecting anything in return, and to give more than you get first.
100%.
Obviously, because if you're just going into like making these connections just for you to gain something, it's not gonna work. You're not gonna achieve anything. You're not gonna get what you want. So always give more than what you receive.
Makes sense. And how do you maintain these connections over time? Sort of maybe. Let's not take Fort Fitness specifically, but those other connections, the mentor you have, you yourselves, how do you keep the connections with your network, the people who truly matter in building your success later on?
Yeah, 100%. So I know that a lot of people that we worked with, they did help us a lot with the program, and we know that because we were very successful and we won awards, people know of us. So I feel like being able to reach out to these people is easy. Also, we needed to, let's say, I talked to, for example, to Chris about his business. When I saw it, I was like, oh, this is amazing. How you come with this idea? And he's another mentor from JA who we had talked to, and I spoke to him on Instagram, and he just gave me this intel, a little bit about his company. I was like, wow, that's amazing. So I know that with JA, it gave us the opportunity to, like, people know of us. If I put my head out there and ask questions to these people, they're gonna be like, okay, this is a person who wants to learn because they've seen what we have done in JA. So I feel like keeping the relationships is important, and we have kept them. Like, for example, the Fort Fitness. 2 weeks ago, I saw him. He shook my hand. He invited me for free to his Fort Fitness pool party that they were doing.
Oh, cool!
And I was like, okay, I mean, thank you very much for the invitation. I didn't expect it, but that's kind of like, I feel like he gained some respect for me, and I honestly had to have respect for him because I was kind of asking him for something, you know?
Yeah.
And having that like mutual friendship, like respect, and the fact that he was willing to do that for me because I had helped him with the deal,
Yeah.
or he helped us with the deal as well. So yeah, that's basically it.
It's so interesting, and you never know when certain connections are going to come back and help you in the future. You know,
100%.
like there were people I met sort of years ago in even second year or sixth form that now I work with, like, and just colleagues or just people who are like, oh, I really need this specific thing and I don't know anyone. And then I remember this one person I had met like years ago, and just because
Yeah.
you're kind to them a few years ago, they're like willing to be like, all right, yeah, I'll help you out in this one thing, you know.
Yeah.
Awesome. And do you have any tips for the CP teams next year? You know, we're in July right now, so the CP teams start in October. Anything that any future CP teams could take from this? What's the most important thing they should take?
Okay, that you should always be yourself, and
Awesome.
to just put yourself out there and to be confident,
Yeah.
and to always speak to people and be curious about who they are, and to just enjoy your JA experience.
1,000%. Be confident. Like, don't try and do too much. Like, you see this, and you see it in movies. Like, say for example, you see these businessmen and they're wearing the suits, they're speaking in a specific manner. Don't like it's you don't need to be like that. That's not true. That's not really how it actually goes in real life. Because even I remember when I did the For Fitness deal for the first time, I shook his hand and I walked off. I even tripped. I was trying to be so professional. I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
just fell. Hopefully you didn't see that. So just don't stress it. Don't overthink it. At the end of the day, they are going to help you, or if they can't help you, the no is a next step to achieving something. And as you mentioned before, if I may go back a little bit,
Right.
how keeping the connection with For Fitness gave me another opportunity recently because I'm a boxer. They're redoing the ring and redoing the canvas, and he came to me, the manager, while I was training. He was like, "Hey, I know you did the exercise mats. Is there a way you could do this? You could do this for a specific amount of money?" And I was like, "Okay." So that already helped me on the outside of JA world to have another opportunity to work with him. Something just because of what I've done with JA with the guy.
Yeah.
So that also was really cool. And back to tips, just go again. You're not going into a conversation looking for like something in return, like a transaction. You know, like I said before, you really want to go deep with it and get to know these people, because at the end of the day, these business owners, these CEOs, these managers, they know 1,000 more times than you do in terms of business skills, knowledge, and what they can help give you is always like, it's incredible. It's like life-changing, you know? With our mentor, we learned so much from her because she has been in the entrepreneurship world.
Yeah.
So just listening more than speaking, as she said before. And honestly, I recommend the J to everybody.
Me too.
Me too.
Incredible
I
experience.
agree with you guys so much. One thing that I actually had argued with my team, not in the company program, in the startup program when I did it this year, was sort of, we were going to go pitch and we were like, okay, let's wear suits, and I completely disagreed. And I was like, we're not people who wear suits. Like, we're engineering students. We like to wear jeans and a sweater. Like, we should go wearing that. We ended up like in between. We didn't wear a blazer, but like we stayed a bit formal. But like, the fact that we lost the blazer helped us just relax so much more, because we're not people who wear suits, you know. And as you said, Nathan, the connection is much more important than the transaction, you know. If you go into meeting someone just to get the transaction, they won't feel the genuine connection. It won't work out.
You know what I think is really cool?
Yeah.
We could not relate more to you than what you just said right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Because our vibe was all sporty and
So different from
and
everyone
so
else.
different. We went to the final presentation wearing shorts, our matter t-shirt,
I
long
remember
socks,
this, yeah.
sports shoes, and in the beginning I was like, why can't I really wanted to wear a suit. I wanted to be fancy on final night. But it wasn't at the end of the day, it wasn't like our company.
Yeah.
You know, so we wore it in Latvia. I mean, for the finals night in Latvia, we had to wear the suit because
Yeah, and
Yeah,
even
it's
when we
different.
went bowling, I really wanted to wear my new cute shirt that I bought. And everyone's like, no, you have
we
to
had
wear
to
the
we
hoodie.
wore
You have to wear
our,
it.
we
I
had
was like,
custom hoodies. We
Yeah.
had a QR code at the back that would like lead people to our
Website.
website and our Instagram or whatever. So we always, even presentations, we were always wearing the matter outfit, always shorts.
Always presenting yourself in the
Yeah.
right way.
Exactly. Even though we really
Yeah.
wanted to we sometimes we have like, okay guys, can we go like all black? He was like, no, matter.
At the beginning, we went all black.
At the beginning, you didn't have it.
company.
You didn't have
Yeah.
the outfit and stuff. And I feel like the outfit was, even though it wasn't our product, it felt like part of our, definitely part of our
It's like,
company.
it's like a suit we put on.
Exactly, like
Exactly,
super
you turn
suits.
into different
Exactly,
people. Yeah.
business mode. And even though business mode people think of a suit, it was like no,
No, it was-
shorts, long socks,
Yeah.
sports shoes. That was our business mode, which I thought was
It
amazing.
presented you guys in such a genuine light, because if you came to me as a company that made like fitness mats, and you came to me wearing like formal stuff, you guys are not exercising in those.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
don't seem like people who exercise and actually understand maths and
100%.
business and that area. So 100% presenting yourself in the right way for personally when you network, but even as a business when you go out to make deals and stuff. 100% agree. So I think that's all we have for today. Just wanted to say thank you for coming on, because networking is such an important part of the JA Alumni Network. It is one of the main pillars of our network. It is connecting with people from across the world, both nationally and internationally, to grow, make your ideas a reality, and just meet great people when they're becoming best friends. You know, like you guys that matter, us and the alumni team and stuff like that.
100%.
So thank you guys for joining.
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Thank you
It
so
was an honor,
much.
thank you.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
we're honored.
We hope that you guys enjoyed that episode of Just Ask Alumni. We want to thank the J office for giving us the room, the equipment, and for all the help that they give us in all the projects that we do. We really, really appreciate it. We want to thank the J Alumni team, such as the volunteers, who help us with all our projects and with making everything you see possible and all our opportunities. And we want to thank you guys for watching. We hope to see you in the next episode. So see you next month.